Alright, I'm going to need to start testing, and then we can get into it once it's tested. So, testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright. Hey, what's going on, guys? Joker back again, once again. This time with some Honkai Star Rail, playing catch-up because I got Casterus and I kind of want to have Remembrance Blazer and all of that stuff. So, you know, there I am. I would do a little recap of where we last left off, blah, 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 but I don't really know where we last left off. It was kind of like, I guess, the aftermath of Penacony. So, I know, might not maybe receive as much people stopping by due to the time of day and the fact that it's playing catch up for a thing that already existed and been around for a while. But, you know, whoever does stop by later or stop by in the stream, thank you. If you do like, you know, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're already, and you can hit the notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I go live or upload a video. Also, let me know if in the comments, if you'd be so kind, if you want me to actually like still stream the other parts of the catching up, or if you want like me to just do it in the background and not stream it, because I'm not gonna do either or. It just depends on what you want, basically. Because if you all don't care about it, then I'll just do it in the background. Yeah. Without further ado, let's get into the mission selecting. This will be just this one, All Who Wakes. And this will be the wrap-up for Penacony. Boop, 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 boop.
Amphorius, the eternal...
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said.
Or I guess the start of Amphorius, whichever one.
Hidden away from outside observation, with a presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. You haven't been with us on the Express very long. Will the journey be too much for you to handle?
No sweat. We never understand it may be difficult for us to wrap our heads around the idea that there's a world Ekavali didn't venture into, but journey like that was only routine in the Express crew back then. After all, the trailblaze to explore the universe's boundaries.
Opinion too. They don't know we're considering Amphorius as a destiny.
I'm sure I'll take care of it. That said, Pom Pom usually steps out discussions and destinations. The final decision will likely be on us to make. In that case, we best take time to think this over. Is Dang Hung and Himiko's voice actors not doing the strike thing too?
Plus, even if we pass
If so, that's actually
we've still got a
tiring.
problem to solve.
For now, let Miss Blushwing know we're considering the Eternal Land as a destination. Seeing as how this is going to be an unusual adventure, it's good for us to take some time out to make preparations for the journey. Meanwhile, I'll see if I can find out more about Amphorus from our allies before we depart.
We won't be leaving Penacony.
Or we could also revisit.
First has been on the go the whole time since we left the space station. We barely have had any time to catch a break. Let's take this opportunity to wrap up our vacation set and make the most of our break. When people have expected the vacation to be so fulfilling, they will instant show. Okay. Those they will meet include not only friends but foes. Several weeks later, Golden Hour Penacony.
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably...
Gonna turn down the music.
better off.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations. But is there even any point to doing this? The threat's long been neutralized. They're just putting on a show. I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts. It's nothing but a pretense for those outsiders, isn't it?
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Now I'm curious. Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability? Who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors.
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated everything and... what was it again? That the chaos was only quelled because of an accident? Makes no sense. So what's the lowdown?
Oh, the truth has probably been long buried under all the hearsay. All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
You mean the former Oak family head?
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Since then, not a single soul's seen him. Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have watched...
I've heard another theory about that family head, though. I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez. Are we Penaconians never gonna dream in peace again?
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been sealed. This is just a routine inspection. Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work, then.
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
Oh. Do you recall when or where we might have met?
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both of you, sirs.
Sundaying right now. Probably messing with the gears.
You sure have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble, Mr. Prime Fugitive of Penacony.
And that is exactly why I need you with me. You're the only one I can rely on in Penacony now.
The only one you can rely on. What about her?
At least, she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame.
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you. I've seen plenty like you. Eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake. That said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts, I'd use a different approach. Like a show of sympathy, for example.
You're right.
She should still be in Penacony. Aren't you going to look for her?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why. Considering your vested interest in reading my thoughts, I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
All right, then let's keep going. Helping a fugitive return to their home. So exciting.
Here we go, max technique
I
points
see
for each.
two bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from what's happening at Ideen Park.
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip with you again?
We've been through this. You're the only one I can turn to now. Besides, we once lived a cat and dog existence. Embroiling you in my affairs won't weigh on my conscience.
You certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
Yet
Fair.
you will repay this favor all the same. After all, you're only alive today because of me. You owe me.
Holy moly. Can you get any more conceited?
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of when you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future. I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, it's one thing to repay a favor, quite another to knowingly put myself in harm's way. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going... Did they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. As for whether I can afford the price of my freedom, I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, there's still some time before that payment is due. So why not...
By walking straight...
Or by... When it's time to go. This will be farewell for good. So, before I leave Penacony...
Can't you just look back on it?
There's something else I want to do, too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in Penacony wasn't built in a day. This sweet dream...
Get off your high horse. The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
Yeah, the Oak family kind of
others shouldn't have to
did their
keep
own
up
thing.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time. If you've fallen...
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight, and always aligned with the tips of your shoes. We should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out the door. The same applies when bidding my home farewell, too.
But what has ID
Fair.
Mark got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder is one of your disguises.
I'm not that old.
Oh, come on. Take a joke, will ya?
Sorry, but park facilities...
That sounds familiar.
I'm aware of the situation. You can skip the report.
What? What are you talking about, Mr. One Week? Please excuse me, I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't you?
There's nothing much to say, actually. We Bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are. My guess is that it's simply part of the aftermath of the Stellaron incident.
Aftermath?
Makes sense.
You...
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me.
Oh, I see. Pardon my ignorance. So coming back to the topic of the park...
Mr. Workday for
let's just
Sunday.
say
I
that
love that.
It has been recently observed that certain behaviors are not tolerated around here.
What happens if you violate the prohibition?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be...
Yeah, that works. Can you keep...
Please take these notes with you.
Interesting.
You shouldn't have said that just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be more suitable for you. So, why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's tutelage. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the idea to have me manage the park. Within the domain he demarcated, my every word would hold the force of law. In hindsight, that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must...
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things. Fortunately, the two...
Was that his way of training?
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show me what he'd learned in life. That there is never an ideal paradigm when it comes to rules. If the enforcer is incapable of introspection, then even regulations once laid down with the noblest of intentions. This place is no exception. The distorted...
Let's see what we have on these notes.
Don't I've noticed for you, I'll go over things when I meet the others later. No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Only cast and crew are allowed on stage. Be kind to birds. Do not discard trash in trash cans. Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. Handstand walks around flower beds are prohibited. Conduct that have been mentioned are not necessarily safe, they just have not been reviewed.
No consumption of food except for burgers. What? No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Please tell me you didn't make this rule.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things, instead of shoving and jostling people around.
What happens if I break the rule?
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced. Wait, don't...
The blink of an eye, they actually vanish into one week stomach.
So, where are those
That's odd.
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you having to get involved. Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out. Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage.
And an easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or...
Huh?
Let's try that again.
What's going on?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measure.
You've been iron-fisted since you were little, haven't you?
No, you just can't look on it.
If this is how violations are corrected, then everything that I ate just now...
I tried to warn you.
Look at Chunker Zuma, that's how you vomited a sliver of rainbow. Oh, wow.
How do you feel?
Now, I'm feeling murderous.
In any case,
I like this character.
I can't sit by and do nothing. Not when I'm the cause of all this trouble in Ideen Park. There's no need to...
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots. We'll be able to trace them to the source once they manifest. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, then I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreams.
So,
Okay.
can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now?
Rules are meant to be broken.
Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe. Where? Are they hiding or something? Oh, there it is. Found a good hut.
Just one moment.
So he places some alfalfa credits in front of the bubble hound.
Let me translate that for you. Who are you trying to pay with your spare chain?
So he places even more alfalfa credits.
I'm afraid you're going to have to handle this.
Handle this? Wait, is that real?
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
If your fruit lets out to your shouts, it moves closer, pointing the bottle cap thing on it towards you two.
Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped it.
Item obtained. Soul Glad bottle cap.
Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens? Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should open the capsule?
They said the capsule shouldn't have done that since warnings have proven futile, punishments now inevitable. What?
They can't be seriously going that far, right? No.
Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Serenity is before me.
Because they just attacked us.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Coming up now!
I forgot how nice Penacony's music is.
Guide you on your path.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Watch your head. Serenity is before me.
Go Nuppy! Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game! Sorry. I got it!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Torment and doubt, farewell. Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Liquidation!
Watch your head.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
There we go.
Did they have to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
Perhaps making the attractions no longer just attract.
Aren't the rules being too finicky with words?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
Time to break another rule. Simple one, trash can.
Not discard trash in trash cans. This is absurd.
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this.
Trash.
No? Something's happening. What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
Enough. The location of the distortion.
Discernment tuning. The after echoes of order once distorted only added the chaos. As a tuner, Sunday can easily discern where the harmony of Dreamscape has been disrupted. Right here.
Oh, there it is. Huh. It does look somewhat like you.
Time for it to disappear for good.
Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed.
Whoa. It worked. The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you. Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in Penacony and grow a new pair of wings?
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight, be it as a respected member of the elite or a leader. When was the last time you fell into the mud?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers, only to fall into a pit. I almost broke my halo.
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't realize. But whoa,
You'll never forget times of failure. It's only human nature.
you're probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure.
Tune the dreamscape. Looks like I need to go down here.
What is it this time?
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh, it's as if it all only happened yesterday.
Oh, reminiscing.
Younger me tasted failure here. I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles. I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way. Come now. We should go.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Hello, welcome.
So, where are we heading next?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though.
I don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from...
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information.
Of course, Wells getting involved.
Anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating. You okay?
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on. Sweet Dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Whew, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your...
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in Pen? We needn't change our plans because of him. But be sure to keep your... I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Penacony while I was in captivity the last few days. Come now. It's time we set off. Let's not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do.
Do I have to go back down here? Maybe? People in this room to get a view space must follow through terrifying that well to see your enemy. Find a way to get away from him and continue your journey of reflection.
Seems I let my wishful thinking get the...
I will, but before I do, put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me. Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent. Penacony will never experience the Order again, either.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value, not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me. What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
Sunday unreservedly shares the story with Weld.
So, it was the IPC that freed you.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around, as you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
Agreed. But, until you leave...
You have my gratitude.
I left my home in a hurry, too.
That might be a reference to Honkai Impact.
That said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this too.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony too?
Come with me. We'll go find them.
Okay, okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
Boop 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 boop.
We're here. They should be...
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me. Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey? Why have you and your companions stayed behind in Penacony? Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed the case...
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
There's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain...
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
By passenger, do you mean this lady here? These ladies?
This... how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
Yes, there's a lot of fugues. Meanwhile, at the Radiant Field Spar...
Isn't it fascinating how variables never fail to find their way into the
I
lives
want
of
Skrullum
organic
as a
life
banner
forms?
character. I just want him. Yeah, I guess they removed her voice lines, huh? Neither did I expect to see you in here, in Penacony, Mr. Skrullum.
I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion: there is likewise a downside to pursuing reason.
I'm sure if all you geniuses showed up in the Charmony Festival, things would have been very different.
I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination.
It is just destination, but that was all. Did you hear this from Madame Herda? If the world beyond the knowledge of the Nameless is the world beyond the knowledge of the Nameless after all, I wrote to her hoping that the all-encompassing irradiation something something. This is something else. Miss Blackswan said Amphris is a world influenced by 3 paths. The irradiation is one such path.
The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror.
Right, so that's to be related to the Emanators, or perhaps even the Aeons. That's why I want to know if the geniuses had any clue about it.
We do not communicate much within the society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorius, however.
Madame Herta said the same, but it did pique her interest. She agreed to do a little digging. My guess is that there's a chance the Garden Recollection is behind it. Also, thanks to her that we got to make Miss Rune's acquaintance a while back. We even went into the Calingabis to bring Leviathan's carcass back for our new friend. Speaking of her, if this is far too much of an understatement, but none of us ever expect to see an old friend at
That
Miss
Foxian
Rune's.
girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose.
Yeah, a bond that runs
is
truly
it out
deep.
of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home?
Would the nameless see a point in keeping work and favors apart? It's her request. She hopes to make a brief stop somewhere to refrain her mindset before returning to the Shienzo, considering her unique position
Looks
within
like
the
this is
Alliance.
one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
My companions are with her. They know Miss Tingyuan better than anybody. Plus, those youngsters definitely do a better job than me when it comes to vacations. Probably are having a wonderful time right now. Cuts to multiple different Tingyuans / Fugues doing things. Yeah.
So is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask him instead? He knows how to present things logically.
Apparently there are many Tingyuans here with us.
You don't have to tell him that. Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Ting-Yun for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into something weird.
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but he insisted.
What happened?
We failed the challenge. Behold the Laughing Maniac, March 7th.
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So, we had some candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on the ground for a bit, but Miss Ting-Yun ate the candy too. But she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze.
What's your
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive mind, causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves. There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from time to time in the sweet dream.
Mr. Yang? Who's this?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful, or we would have been stopped by the Bloodhounds more than once on our way here. Help me remove my disguise. 1 week.
It's been a while, everyone.
You! What's going on?
Am I still dreaming?
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain.
He fills him in on what he's been through.
I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest, but to prevent any unforeseen. Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
I love just the, I'm done with everything, like, personality. What one to boast about past feats.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Ack.
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Ting-Yun to her.
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I mean, Mr.
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Your suggestion?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Tingyun to come together to form the Tingyun Merchant Guild. How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper. I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our...
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes smoothly for your guild. There. Now do you see what...
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
Yes, I want the clone copies of myself as well.
Forget about it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home.
Yes, more specifically, the Xianzhou Luofu.
The Luofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Luofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the eye of the storm.
Looks like...
A story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing this problem?
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps...
Okay, talking to every other Tingyun. We are Tingyun chatting. Flower enthusiast.
People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal, but then again, gifts should be lasting. What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day? Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day? That sounds like a good idea. If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. She makes a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Tingyuns don't look like they'll be.
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Let's try a different name, my dear.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into nodes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Tingyuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Okay.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the Dreamscape. The only problem is that these Miss Tingyuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can...
One that we can speak with? But it may take me a while to identify her.
Fair. Sleep. Is there literally just a Tingyun that's just asleep? Just sleepwalking? Okay. Kitty Tingyun.
Can't fly? Why? I can't. I can fly. I'll take you next time.
Should we?
Nah, I think she's perfectly fine on her own. The childlike innocence that adults have is a lot more resilient.
Even if that's true, it doesn't...
Huh.
This Miss Tingyun looks like she...
Full fan wielder.
Yikes! She's...
Oh, were you all looking for me?
Found her! If I remember correctly...
It's nothing special, really.
Yep.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement.
Worth a try, my lady. If I may, I wish to perform a tuning.
Before you start, you should know that we're...
Brace yourself for the gravitational disintegration.
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
There's no need for that.
Are you all right with this, Miss Tingyun?
I go as the wind blows, so you.
Oh, this is literally to go with the flow, Ting-Yun. Okay.
Forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, 1 week.
She's still hiding in there.
Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Look, it's working.
Ooh, cutscene.
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Miss Ting-Yun, you're finally back. You may be small, but you're pretty amazing. Huh?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
Oh. Oh. Darkness descend before the eyes, the chaos before the birth of the universe. Amid the chaos, a voice emerged.
Don't be afraid. What is this place? No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone. Who are you? And who am I? Is that where I came from? And where does this...
Temporarily added.
That looks so familiar. Does she want to lead me somewhere?
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
You're still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it. But if she says it's possible, then it...
Excuse me.
Yeah, because I do remember she was literally just basically used as a puppet by the Lord Ravager to, like, masquerade around. Through extremely rare, the observed subject has started to provide short answers for some simple questions, even though her cognition is still in a chaotic state. From what has been observed so far, she is not incapable of composing long and complex sentences. However, an unbearably intense pain would immediately attack her with a high frequency, enough to interrupt her thoughts or even render her temporarily unconscious. The relevant information should be delivered to Madame Rune for her to decide whether the observed subject's senses should be temporarily numbed before conducting questioning. Correction, we have temporarily blocked the subject's various senses and are trying as much as we can to alleviate their pain. No further questioning will be made until the body's repair has made some progress. Until then, there's a record of the questions that the observant subject has already answered. Question number 1, what is your name? The subject replied within 3 seconds, Ting-Yun. Number 2, What did you encounter? The observed subject spent a substantial period of time and rumination before suffering from intense pain and losing their consciousness. After being questioned 4 times, it can be confirmed that the observed subject knows about the related details but struggles to elucidate that knowledge during the limited periods of coherence.
What a familiar name.
Don't question it. Keep moving forward.
It's you again. Who's talking to me? These
are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
The destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you?
I can't go to you. All I can do...
You want me to go through here? Do I have to...
There's no need for that. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own scars.
Is this called coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before, you're not alone.
Bum 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 bum.
Serenity is before me.
Go Nappy! Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
It's on me.
Good old adventuring.
Watch over you and guide you on your path. All in.
Very tempted to run my caster's team. Since... Oh wait, no, Topaz has health now.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
Please be polite.
Serenity is before me. Torment and doubt, farewell.
Yeah, that's avoid Ranger.
Guide you on your path.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
All in.
Please be polite.
Serenity is before me.
Liquidation! Coming up now!
Watch your head. All in.
The joys of being basically invincible with adventuring's over shield.
Investing in victory means
Ah.
game!
Torment and doubt, farewell. Watch your head. Bust.
Or maybe I'll take it all.
Serenity is before me. Watch over you and guide you on your path. All in.
And there we go.
How can it be? Why are there still so many of them? The ones from before weren't defeated either.
As I said before, you can't defeat them. No one can. You can fall into the darkness,
and die alongside these scars of the destruction. Or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These are your two choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying? Oh. No wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close, but not quite.
So, I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
You can think of it that way.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand. You appear to be trying to say...
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose.
The joy of Room Mage is literally being the epitome of mysterious. Because if I recall, she literally can make people forget about her, so...
I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with. You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased.
How troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path, and only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side. Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. It's a good start.
This is...
Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all rights, you should not have survived. But someone didn't agree with that assessment. And it just so happens I was able to fulfill his request.
What about the other merchants?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, who destroyed your body and spirit. Yet, you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared instant annihilation. There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
My body feels strange.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain. Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail.
Okay.
You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction. With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is clear.
Traveling merchant?
Who? Worry about it.
I'm actually confused there.
By the the time you wake up. You won't. I'll arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you. You should go with them. It can only help.
Are you?
Did I pass out?
You did not end up in the Dreamflex Refuel. Okay.
Affected 1 week instead.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you. Miss Ting-Yun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death. While she miraculously escaped with her life, her
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences, and after that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Ting-Yun back home.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream.
That's alright. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel...
That's fine. We should find another place to talk in.
Shortly after.
So glad again. I'm a local, you know.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Ting-Yun is resolved...
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells first. I'll leave Miss Ting-Yun in your...
Huh? But, Mr. Yang...
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll be able to...
Okay. We then... Ridiculous! How come I keep bumping into Polly? Shall we keep going then? Did
Where are we going?
Forget already?
I'm not too
As if a merchant...
No, I already picked up a few gifts earlier. So that means there's only 3 more left to go.
Here, please stay a while. There's no need to hurry in the stream scripting. Let time sincere. Here, take this pamphlet. I'll be performing the Song of Beauty at this concert. Oh yes, hello. I'm randomly controlling Sunday as I'm going through, you know, a wanted criminal in the dreamscape, going through the dreamscape. I actually don't know which one I want. I do want that trophy though, because that trophy allows me to get a bunch of credits. And it's doing Pure Fiction, Forgotten Hall, or Apocalyptic Shadow, so... Boop, boop. Like a week before Pure Fiction resets.
Welcome.
Hello there. It's...
Wow, you really know how to
first we...
Fushwan. A clocky eye mask.
Did you pick...
A meticulously thought out and interesting suggestion. Next is...
So I'm a division of elite fighters.
Now that the Alliance has all of you there to help them?
Penacony shows.
Decision to make.
That's the kind of treasure I've always yearned.
And I guess Dream Joy
Come to
Memory
Clock
Film Reel.
Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the. Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission. She will. That's a
so
good
glad.
idea. It might be That's all of them. Thanks to both your help,
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape?
A souvenir for myself. But there's one more thing I wish to do.
Okay. Secluded talk.
This is a good spot.
Miss Ting Yun? What's this about?
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm truly grateful and can't thank you enough, but there are some things I find difficult to forget. Do you two still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
How could we forget? He was so shocked. He was frozen in place when he shouted.
Ting Yun Hao.
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able. When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Fantilia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell when you were replaced by Fantilia. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was much earlier than that. That thought has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it. That's what I've been puzzled about, too. I never actually saw how Fantilia managed to disguise herself as me. What was your impression of that Ting Yun, if you recall?
Bit mysterious.
That's just the nature of the Foxians. It's so, what did she seem like?
A shrewd merchant.
I'll just assume that's a compliment. Mate, was there anything particularly memorable?
March 7 said you were bossy.
Hey, no
Now the final question. In your eyes, am I just like the Ting Yun you remember?
I mean, overall, that's not important.
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird?
Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Uh-huh.
As a merchant, staying well-informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Luofu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have...
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising hers. I regret missing out on your Xianzhou journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. This leads me to consider Fantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well, but after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all of you. That thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. And it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you.
Welcome.
Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from... And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Ting-Yun, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions.
We'll see. I just hope the Ting-Yun in your memories won't be tainted by Fantilia anymore. Alright, no more questions. I hope...
That's nice. That's nice. Hello, Dr. Edward.
Welcome to the Dreamscape sale.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts.
Just a friendly reminder. Being too picky won't help you find the best dream. That being said, there are always some lucky exceptions. Why not look? The story unfolds in the Shenzhou Alliance, where a young swordmaster strives to become the sword champion. However, his junior Foxian sword, who just turned 100, puts him in a...
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
Since I'm returning to the Xianzhou, I think it's better to...
I love customers like you. So easy to work.
So easy to take advantage of, you mean? Just don't pick anything weird, okay?
Oh, speaking of dreamscapes, I have a gift for you, after troubling you all this time. I couldn't leave without properly express...
Wow.
Here are the dream bubbles I prepared for you. Thank you for your business.
Well, it looks like everything's finally in order.
Ting-Yun's dream bubble. Go to the Radiant Field Spar. That is really far away. That is all the way down here. Ah, yes, the Radiant Field Spar.
I can't believe it's time for Miss Ting-Yun to leave. I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet.
Ah, yes, non-voice Timiko. You're back.
Yeah, we got delayed on the way. Mr. Yang will explain in detail when he gets back. Has the messenger from the Xianzhou arrived yet?
Yes, we've been chatting for a while. Turns out she's an old acquaintance of yours. Oh.
Long time no see, everyone.
Madame Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times. I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed every word beforehand.
Nice little welcome back moment.
But now it seems it was unnecessary. Ting-Yun, I'm here to take you home.
You have a lot to catch up on. If you're apart for so long, we'll give you some space.
Madame Yukong, I wasn't expecting it to be you. What a wonderful surprise.
I wanted to come.
Yeah, me of all people.
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. What more could I ask for? Also, it's not all bad. I might even beat you at arm wrestling now.
You're still the same. Carefree as always.
It just takes from the flow so much having like 3 to 4 people voiced and then like one person not.
Back to the Luofu. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain, there...
I have no doubt. But since we're alone here, do I really have to go back to the Luofu?
Why? You don't want to?
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when I should have been eliminated. It seems as if I've become a pawn in someone else's game.
There are people within the Alliance who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
If that's the case, it's all the more reason for me not to return to the Luofu and
take advantage of the situation. What do you mean?
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain a delicate balance. If possible, please inform the General and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal.
When Ron Mei visited the Luofu earlier, she mentioned what happened to you. This coincided with when the message sent by the Astral Express arrived. The Arbiter Generals concluded that Fantilia did not intend for you to survive. If utilized strategically, this could give the Alliance an element of... If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. But before making any decisions, I want to know what you think. If you wish to go home, I'll support you, no matter what other...
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing what those people may say.
The road ahead is perilous. If you decide to take it...
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. There is someone who can attest to my true intentions. Please follow me. She should be around.
Is that...
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns, each embodying a different aspect of my memories. And one of them hasn't returned to me, because she ventured too far. Until now.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated by something that has deeply mesmerized me. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Her boarding this ship was solely down to her inner impulse. Madame Yukong, do you remember... Perhaps that was just an ordinary flight for you, but... For a certain child, that was her first experience with the sky.
Aww.
Of course I remember. Back then, you were still young enough for me to carry.
You probably still can. Want to give...
No.
Just kidding.
I remember you kept begging me to take you to the star skiff, and even dreamed of becoming a pilot. But once you were airborne, you were so nervous that you clung to others for dear life.
This flight completely mesmerized. Not just by the view, but by a realization. In this world, there are paths beyond waiting for us to explore. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, I still chose to travel around with the Merchant Guild. Even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring the paths that lie beyond. Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme, and might not always follow.
My principles. Forsake what others fight for, and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will continue to uphold my principles. But now I've also learned that while these merchant principles may apply to humans, they falter in the face of the gods.
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Madame Yukong, you were once a survivor. In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone telling me but the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity. Madame Yukong, the gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns? If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox. Not caught up in...
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this game. Remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust, and make those masterminds behind the curtains sneeze a few times.
I love this character. Push yourself to the scoundrel pole from parting it. They are fortunate enough to not have to waver between the two. But luck never seems to favor everyone. This is, yeah, and then it will cut to Sunday. Knew it. That was a good transition.
Is this place also affected by the...
No, I'm just here to bid farewell. I changed my mind along the way. This journey has too many variables, so it shouldn't matter if we add another.
How did you know she...
He's going to talk to her.
I didn't.
Oh.
I had a hunch and decided to try my luck. It seems I can be lucky sometimes.
It's not like you to leave things to...
I'm trying to change.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario. Go on.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to escape?
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your advantage. But that everything does not include Miss Robin.
Thank you.
Now then, Mr. 1 Week.
I'm not leaving. No way.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way. I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive, no matter the circumstances.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity to her?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't put her at risk for my selfishness.
Shall we go then?
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I can't take this first step.
I heard that due to the voice thing, she's not voiced, and if that's the case, I'm actually going to be angry because this is actually an important part. Like, this is actually an important part to this. Please be voice acted.
I didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
It's nice to meet you, miss.
Oh, thank God.
May I know your name?
My name is 1 Week. I'm a member of the Nightingale family.
Oh, you're a Dreamweaver. Thank you for all your hard work. You all...
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy. What brings you here to Dream's Edge?
I'm taking a break. I wanted to find a quiet place to relax. Ideally somewhere where I could see the stars. Before I knew it, I'd walked all the way here. I know these stars only exist in the dream, but...
Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we see are merely the images of stars from long ago. So, have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars?
You're very philosophical, Miss 1 Week. You remind me of someone I know. Do you work nearby?
No. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat.
A show? Here?
It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance. The kind that's better to listen.
I see. In that case,
I actually don't
the
have that
observation deck
fulfilled.
is a good
Okay.
choice. You can see all of Penacony from here. Distance can make some things appear more beautiful.
Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars before the show begins?
Of course. You don't have to be so courteous. I should be the one asking. This is Dream's Edge, after all, and the Dreamweavers are its true masters.
Still, these stars are unfamiliar to me. I don't recognize...
What makes you feel this way? Is it because the sky is so far away, or because it's the unknown?
Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences, but many guests still chose to check out. Now the hotel feels quieter than before. It makes me wonder what Penacony's future will be like. I just hope it will not negatively affect you, Miss Robin.
You're too kind. I'll be fine. The disaster was unexpected, but because of it, I was able to witness many pasts and think about many futures. My only real regret is that I left some things unsaid.
Did the person you wanted to say them to...
Yes. He left in such a hurry that I didn't even get the chance to say goodbye.
Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be dressed up in words. Maybe he already knows what you wanted to say.
But don't you think we should put in some effort when we want to encourage someone?
If you don't mind me asking, who is it that you wish to encourage?
It's someone who experienced failure recently and is about to embark on a long journey.
There are many such people on Penacony. Failure is like the setting
It's
sun.
you,
to a dream
idiot.
chaser. It's something that happens every day. I believe they all have the willpower to start anew. Especially after receiving a smile from you, Miss Robin.
But he's different. He's stronger than most ordinary people, but because of it, people have this misconception. They think that when he falls, he will stand back up faster than anyone else.
Are you saying that's not true?
It's not. Because before he stands up again, he will hesitate and agonize for ages over whether that is the right course of action.
Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's actions is a valuable quality to have.
You may be right. but I still hope that he'll never change.
Why is that?
Because I have faith in the person I remember him to be. He may have taken the wrong approach when he failed, but I don't think he had the wrong intentions. We once stood together at the same starting line, but now it's his turn to fly for the stars. I believe he'll find the right path, even if he has to do it alone. We don't have to soar into the sky together, because I know we'll reunite one day, up there in the clouds.
I hope so.
Miss 1 week, may I ask a favor? If I have a Dreamweaver's help.
The dream jigsaw. I see.
Don't worry if you can't find them. Just think of...
I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky.
Thank you anyway. I expect the first jigsaw piece will be a part of the starry sky.
It seems we've been blessed with good fortune today.
Is this...
A scroll note was left here. May your sky be forever radiant.
Familiar.
Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind. It's a habit for this profession. The second jigsaw piece. Is this a pair of...
Maybe it's somewhere in between the two. It's a pair of broken wings.
We should keep looking.
It's okay.
Just before, a note was placed carefully next to the puzzle, like somebody got here a step earlier. May your stage be forever illustrious. One more thing, stay fit. Staying fit is important, but don't forget to eat well too.
We have enough. Let's go back.
I think I know what this is. Oh. It's the little bird. I need to think of...
It's done. Have a look.
Painting feels like a blessing. Seems to mirror someone's resolve, even when broken wings no longer belong to the sky. The direction in which they fall will stride towards the stars.
Soon, I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars, none of which I recognize. But as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here, then those unfamiliar stars will one day be the place of our reunion.
You still couldn't bear to say goodbye in the end. Maybe I'm stronger than you think. You must try to relax on your long journey. Brother.
That didn't seem like a perfect goodbye.
It's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her side for a bit. Why did you do those unnecessary things?
What things?
Those 2 notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence against her.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as you want, but I can't? I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either.
Live with regret?
We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes. We only have one last stop, but before we leave, I have a question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang. I'm curious. Why did you become a Nameless?
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced of this assessment. At this very moment, there are countless worlds above the sky still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you and your companions have chosen to stay here. All for an old friend you never knew, and a notorious fugitive. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet, you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by.
That's not what I think at all. Besides, the watchmaker also made a similar choice.
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never walked among the stars again in his lifetime.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if we leave the Express, some trailblazing paths will still... You can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one person. Each individual will have their own view of what it means to walk this path, and will always... The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being who exists under the stars. In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person is a world unto themselves, and that we harbor as many possibilities as the distant stars. This is my way of the trailblaze, and the reason why I decided to stay here.
Why me?
Like I said before, I left my home in a hurry too. I know how you feel right now. I also know that a person will only be able to truly face themselves once they've decided to say goodbye to their past. The same way you're doing right here. There was never a third person with us, was there?
I told you he'd find out.
Wait, what?
I should have known nothing could escape your keen eyes. Since you already know 1 week's secret, there's no need for me to build up suspense. Let's go. We'll head straight for the finale and take our final bow in this farewell performance.
Wait, it was 1 week not existing? Wait, what? What? Oh. Well, as I understand, the man who crashed here with broken wings must learn how to walk on the land. To do that, he must first fly towards the stars.
I know you can hide your appearance, but trespassing on restricted family grounds is still a bold move.
Don't worry, I won't take too much time. I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light.
Is 1 week real? I don't... Because it said there was only 2 of us, so then that means that 1 week was not real.
The land of the dreams. When I returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family, I finally learned that the light was actually a stellar.
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning to do?
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop. Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final moments, they invariably raise their hands, stretching their arms into the emptiness. Much like how babies also stretch their arms into the air when they are first born. Humanity flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. Once when they are born, and once when they die. I will say goodbye, here, to the me of yesterday.
Yep, 1 week was an alternate version of him.
I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dull and lifeless.
I see. That explains why something always felt off about your appearance. The halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony. It's been missing since the moment we reunited.
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens. But that doesn't mean it can't be thrown away. While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the halo from myself.
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all. I must remove any chance of being detected by the family. Another reason is to feel pain. A pain like falling from the sky with broken wings that can keep me awake. This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony and the order and, for the first time in my life, enter the sweet dream as an ordinary person.
Is that also how Mr. 1 Week came into this world?
No. You wouldn't believe the real story even if he told you. He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with. It was that try not to laugh challenge. Quite embarrassing, to be honest. I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank that fragmented Miss Ting-Yun also divided my fragile self into two.
Are you saying that he's a part of you? That's quite surprising given that you two look nothing alike.
You could say he's another possibility of me. I too was once a child, with aspirations buried deep within. Over time, those childhood voices grew increasingly faint. Maybe if I had made a small change in my childhood, I would have turned out to be exactly like him. What a pity. Failing to become a better version of yourself. So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Ting-Yun. I will perform a tuning on myself and return to my complete form. And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good. That's why I said this was the last stop. Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is a foregone conclusion. But who's to say there won't be any changes? Maybe deep down, I'm also anticipating this possibility.
Regardless of the outcome, you will have a witness. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Much appreciated. Now, shall we begin? Anticipating this possibility. You've really changed. In the past, you wouldn't have tolerated any noise at all. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey where it will be
I do like how they're
maintain my
distinct.
orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises, much like today. You're not ready at all, are you? I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I could no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But isn't that how it is for most people? My fear of the unknown may be a weakness, but your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always bad. Meeting you has been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person. I truly dislike you. What? Are you sure you didn't mean the opposite? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my fondness. I want to tell her that I love all her songs. Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, you'll break into pieces when you fall. But I won't become like you. I simply can't. I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principles, such as decorum and stateliness. As for the Harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you.
What is this? Leaving your fate entirely up to a coin flip? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC gambler?
Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die for. The best way to achieve this is through personal experience. You see? I'm already starting to make changes. Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate. And see if I can embrace all that I detest. Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living, in their world. But what if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the same person. The person who always disappoints his sister. Falling is just another name for flying. That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the mortal world to see how it truly is. Then, be born as a human and die as one. And with my last breath, I'll join the weak in reaching my hands toward the sky. On the planet of festivities, whatever identities I once had, it's not the gods who answer us, but ourselves from the future. I don't have much to say, but as it's time to part ways, here's one last piece of advice. When telling jokes, be sincere. Don't sweat the details, and above all, don't explain them every time. Never mind. Maybe it's better for you not to joke at all. No objections from me. This is so annoying. How did I become so dull? Well, despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself. There will always be people who are sad. Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home. Should one desire to leave the stage for good,
one must first step back onto the stage.
I enjoy this.
As expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
He's even acknowledging his own his theme is too bad, too harsh. That's awesome.
Let's start today's duty.
Disorderly noise.
Please
Head
be
your
polite.
bets. Watch your head. Echoes of the past. You need not fade away. Follow to the stars. Tormented doubt, farewell.
Let the valuation begin. Go nothing.
Oh.
Disorderly noise.
No dirty tricks.
Noise is fading.
Watch your head.
How much time do...
Definitely not the team to deal with this.
Or maybe I'll take it off.
Disorderly noise.
Or maybe it is.
Steady.
Sure, I'll play along. Spend freely.
Sink into a dream.
Please be polite.
No, we see
It's of no consequence.
Better cut her loose.
It's on me. All in. Serenity is before me. In this mortal form, I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Liquidation!
The market is unpredictable.
Right! Investing in victory means
Here we go.
game!
Watch your head. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
disorderly noise.
Please be polite. I can do this.
Disorderly noise. Disorderly noise.
No dirty tricks.
Steady.
I'll overcome the thorns. Tormented doubt, farewell.
Go nutty!
Disorderly noise.
All in.
Enjoy eternal peace.
There we go.
What? Your head. The dice have been cast. Bust.
There we go.
Or maybe I'll
Been
take
shred.
I heard the call.
Easy, Numby. Liquidation!
Please, everybody silent. All things are part of the melody. Disorderly noise.
The market is unpredictable.
I did like the why is everybody silent. I don't think that was with it when you silenced everything initially.
Let the valuation begin. Confiscated!
Watch your head.
Sink into a dream.
He made himself go to sleep. That's kind of funny, actually.
No dirty tricks. All in. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
How much?
Watch your head.
Disorderly noise.
This mortal form will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Easy, Numby. Go nutty!
Noisy.
All in.
Disorderly noise.
I hit the mark. Spend freely. It's of no
Let's start
consequence.
today's duties.
Tormented doubt, farewell.
Let the valuation begin. Liquidation!
Disorderly noise.
There we go.
Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Bam.
Watch your head.
Noise is fading.
All
Noisy.
the dice have been cast.
And then throw this on Harmonious Squire, the Great Septimus.
Watch your head.
Disorderly noise.
Okay.
Serenity is before me.
Easy, Numby. Go, Numby!
Hope I don't mess up.
And that is max stacks.
Steady.
Watch your head. Time has come. Let it be revealed. Is it inevitable for me? Torn to doubt farewell. In this mortal form, I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
The market is unpredictable. Right! Investing in victory.
There we go.
Game! Confiscated!
Spend freely. The dice have been cast. Bust.
Or maybe I'll take it all.
Watch your head.
Go, Numby!
Watch your head.
Let's start today's duty.
It's on me. No dirty. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Please be polite. The market is unpriced.
There we go.
He's playing the long game.
Hope I don't mess up.
It's of no consequence.
Did he just literally rebuff? Did he literally rebuff? That is actually irritating. The shield wasn't even down and he rebuffed.
Watch your head.
You won't be
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I might need an actually different team for this.
It's on me. I'll overcome the thorns. Serenity is before me.
The market is unpriced. Victory. He's playing the long game.
Watch your head.
Cause, yeah, I might need to get my, I might need my Firefly team. He applied the shield again. Okay. I'm gonna need, I'm going to need to go out of my way to get the other team because I physically don't think with this team I can actually deal with that. So I'm gonna grab. Bam, Bop, Bada Bop Boom Pow. I'm gonna need to freaking go to here and heal them, and then go back up because, yeah.
I know you can hide.
There we go.
That this ring was.
Is that all?
There we go.
Falling is just another name for flying. That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the morning.
Because it occurred to me, I'm like, how am I gonna deal with this? And then it's like, because that was destroying me.
As expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
This is more like Sex in the Sea.
Time to mix things up. Great teamwork.
There's more to life.
Stay in step. Let's improvise. Echoes of the past. You need not fade away. Follow me to the stars.
Disorderly noise.
Bruh.
Mission isn't over.
Already insta-killed Gallagher. Oh, do I have a team to deal with this?
Eternal.
Take your positions.
Firefly type Sex in the Sea.
The mood is set. Let the show begin.
I will claim.
Disorderly noise.
In the mood for another beating? How's this taste? Rice like it, my friends. Indulge yourself!
Disorderly noise.
It ain't over.
Some value, I suppose, existence is unity.
Stand in
Every
position.
petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Attack. Disorderly noise.
Still the same.
Enjoy eternal peace.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
Disorderly noise.
Eternal.
Enjoying yourself?
Step up, let's see ya.
Like fireflies until everything burns to ashes!
Time to mix things up.
Thank you. I will keep fighting.
Are you really gonna kill Gallagher again? Okay.
Let's improvise.
This is actually really irritating.
This is is more than battle. Fight to live!
Enjoy eternal peace.
Existence is unity. Every petal, all will be swept away by the
Man, it's literally just like, Ayo, I'ma just off you. Because I can. And that's actually irritating.
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
grace and elegance.
As expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
Time to mix things up. Great teamwork. Stay in step. Echoes of the past. You need not fade away. Follow me. To the stars! Still the same
And then off to Gallagher because
There's more to
I'm trying to understand what to do here. I'm genuinely trying to understand what to do here because it's the same thing of just Gallagher gets deleted, and I don't know how to deal with this. I got to phase 2 with the other team, but should I just have adventuring?
The trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
Firefly Type 4 in the set of the seas of flame!
Take your positions. Let's improvise. How's this taste?
Thank you. I will keep fighting.
Still the same. Echoes of the past. You need not fade away. Follow me. To the stars!
Okay, so I apparently...
some value, I suppose.
In the mood for another beating? Time to mix things up. Great teamwork. Nice.
Okay, now I can Poseidon state and proc this. Which allows me to break the ever-living crap out of
Take your positions.
the Joyous Super Break,
Eternal. Every petal, all will be
which allows me to get this.
In the mood for another beating?
Disorderly noise.
Still the same line.
Disorderly noise. Descend into a dream.
Crap. Okay. Yeah, I can be fine with using this. So that half health that.
Step up, let's see ya. How's this taste? Great teamwork.
So we'll heal up Gallagher.
Still the same.
Like fireflies to a flame, life until everything burns to ashes!
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin!
Fight to live!
Disorderly noise.
Shoot.
Your mission isn't over. In the mood for another beating? Time to mix things up. Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Disorderly noise.
Set to the seas of flame!
Okay.
Let it be revealed. Is it inevitable for me?
I can't.
Stay in step.
How's this taste?
Great teamwork.
This is my fight to live!
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
All things are part of the melody. Eternal prayer. Noisy.
Gallagher's up. I'd rather have Gallagher heal Firefly.
Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves! It ain't over.
Joining the battle. Disorderly noise.
Like firefly until everything burns to ashes! Firefly type 4 in position.
Disorderly noise.
Existence is unity.
That's all you got? How's this taste?
This is
Disorderly noise.
I like that confidence.
enjoying yourself? Set to the seas of flame!
There we go. We're cooking. We are cooking. We just needed a rotation where he would not insta-kill Gallagher. And that has not happened.
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
There is a scenario where he has not instantly nuked Gallagher, so...
In the mood for another beating?
Disorderly noise.
Fight to live!
Eternal.
Dreams do come true.
Noise is fading. Sink into a dream.
Nice, like
You failed to get my Gallagher!
All things are part of the melody. Eternal prayer.
Step up, let's see ya. Time to mix things up.
Great teamwork.
Existence is unity. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Shoot.
Like until everything burns to ashes!
Uphold the truth, and you will.
Set to the seas of flame! Attack detected!
Let the show begin!
Shoot.
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
Attack detected.
Shoot! Dang it! And I lose. That's so hard. The hell? I don't care. Yeah, I'm gonna need that because that I need to actually be able to beat the freaking story.
The trickiest thing is tuning yourself.
And like, man, that is just not. That is just oppressive as all hell. I got really freaking close though. It's just the problem is that's so oppressive.
There's more to will. Keep
I did not mean to hit that. Oh well.
Still the same.
Because it's consistent action delay with a ridiculous health pool.
To the stars. Take your positions.
Step up, let's see ya.
I'll just Gallagher do Gallagher things. There, so I can actually, like, experience the story and move on. Because, like, even with Castros' thing, that just said no. That's insane. I need to farm better relics. That's just an eye-opener.
In the mood for another beating? Indulge yourself!
Time has come. Let it be revealed. Is it inevitable for me?
There's more to life. Until everything burns to ashes!
Existence is unity. Every petal, all will be.
Because I got to 27%, it's just Gallagher's the thing keeping this team alive. Without Gallagher,
Dreams do come true.
In the mood for another beating?
Mood is set. Let the show begin.
without Gallagher, it's kind of just I'm getting wrecked.
Stay in step.
Some value, I suppose. Eternal.
This is more than a battle.
Time to mix things up.
So this is the warmth of life.
Oh, my friends. Indulge yourself!
There we go. Jeez Louise. That was insane. I had to go easy mode because it would spam the shield.
On this 8th day, I grant myself departure.
Well, how should I address you now? Mr. Sunday or Mr. 1 Week?
Whichever you prefer. He's probably mocking me from inside right now. Thank you for accompanying me through all this, Mr. Yang. This farewell journey has come to an end.
What are your plans after leaving Penacony?
At this point, there's no need to hide things from you. I believe there's more to the incident involving the Stellaron on Penacony.
Are you suggesting that the Dream Master wasn't the one controlling the Stellaron?
Don't worry. The Oak family was indeed behind seizing the Stellaron and resurrecting the fallen Eon during the Charmony Festival. But Mr. Gopherwood once told me that all the Order's efforts were aimed at avoiding the same mistakes that the Harmony made. My guess is that the family from the Montour system must be involved. Unfortunately, too much time has passed to verify that. Penacony is just a small territory, and even the family heads with their authority, in the worst-case scenario. If Sheepay turned a blind eye, how could the strong defending the weak hold up? Mr. Yang, I just want to tell you this. The Harmony has more than one side. They can be the most steadfast ally of the Astral Express, or the most fearsome enemy.
Thank you for being honest with me. The efforts of the crew on Penacony were driven by the same concern. After all this, the Harmony and the Preservation will keep the situation on the planet of festivities in balance. With the momentum from the Trailblaze, more forces will arrive and Penacony will become a public space in the cosmos. Freedom is the only answer the Nameless can offer. I'm glad that Penacony needs it.
You and I both strive for a peaceful society, even if our reasons are different. And you've gone even further than I have. If not for our paths, perhaps you and I wouldn't be in opposition.
Don't sell yourself short. We're not fundamentally opposed. Otherwise, you wouldn't have shown me mercy in front of the Dream Master. This shared journey is my way of repaying you. After all, you are one of my trailblazing goals.
About that, you've given me many insights as well. Humans are the measure of everything, and no one is the sole savior. Creating a paradise remains one of my lifelong ambitions. As I move forward, I realize I must build it brick by brick. Therefore, I have a request that I hope you'll consider. While I lack the will to trailblaze, nor can I become a true Nameless, I admire your convictions. Perhaps what I need, more than asceticism, is knowledge. Therefore, after leaving Penacony, would you consider letting me come aboard the Astral Express and travel with you for now?
The thing is, this is weird having two sort of stories interlock.
So this is why I brought him here. Mr. Sunday wants to join us on the Express. Of course, I can't make that decision.
If you didn't support this idea, you wouldn't have brought him back. Well, I trust your judgment. If somebody's willing to join us on our journey, the Express will be open to them. I really hate how this is not voice acted. Specifically Himiko and Dan Hung. It really throws off the flow. This sounds a bit different. Before I make the decision, I want to hear what you think. I want to hear your opinion. But in this battle, you are the one who directly confronted him. Your opinions hold the most weight.
Lessons from my past opponents. Please, say whatever.
You're a noble person. I can't deny that you always have compassion in your heart, even though we may view things differently. I believe there is a better way to achieve your ideal. 7 rest days may just be a metaphor, but I look forward to the day when it comes true. We can be friends. Nothing is for sure anyway. An enemy yesterday may be a friend today. Finally, I'm no longer a newbie.
Well, he's just traveling with us, not an actual member of the Express.
I'm fine with it.
Thank you all for your forgiveness. Perhaps I'll find the answer I'm looking for on this journey. And when that day comes, it'll be farewell. Until then, rest it.
I think we've come to a decision. I'm going to keep the connector in the loop too.
Now that our business on Penacony is settled, it's...
We'll try contacting Madame Herda before we set off. She'll just look into him for us. Even though nothing new came up, I should at least let her know we're leaving. Tried contacting the space station several times, but never got any response. Maybe there's a problem with the network. Shouldn't be anything to worry about. What happens to the Genius Home's turf? Even the Antimatter Legion would stand a chance. For all we know, Madame Herda could be making a move again.
No, we're still not quite there. Indeed, this is only a minor ripple that no one will ever notice. So, you must also understand, for a genius, the importance of asking questions outweighs the importance of the answers themselves. So-called magic has its own set of principles. There are no mysteries in this universe that cannot be solved. So, all-seeing presence, I ask you this. What is divinity?
And there's that. There's still more to catch up on. But, you know, it is what it is. Because I think that's enough for now, but the next mission will be the Hero Saga Flames Chase. Silver Chariot away at that blackened land. Join the navigation meeting to decide the next destination of the Express. Fully closing Penacony. Penacony's already basically closed. So next time I stream Honkai Star Rail, that's what we'll be doing. Hope you enjoyed. And sorry that I had to kind of go a little bit panic easy mode there on Sunday. For some reason, he was kind of destroying me. I think I may or may not need a new artifact set for people. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the next one. Have a great rest of your